Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general deep love read. I'm going to be doing 3 versions of love readings. I'm going to be doing one for singles. I'm going to be doing one for those of you in a committed relationship where you're married, you're together for a very long time. And then the third type is going to be for complicated. A lot of them end up sort of blurring lines. So you listen to whatever you think your particular relationship, wherever it does fall. But I am going to timestamp below in the description box. I'm going to start off with some astrology that's going to be beginning mid to the end of this month. It's going to be rolling out for the next 6 months to 2 years to actually be on that. But so just check. If you don't want to hang out for that, that's totally fine. Just check for whatever version of the relationship reading that you'd like to take part in. But the astrology does add context. So you might want to listen to this part. Anyway, the karmic solar eclipse for you guys that happened on the 14th happened in your 3rd and 9th house axis. And the reason I'm still mentioning it, even though the 14th has passed, is because it's going to be rolling out over the course of the next 6 months. So it's definitely a release and a way of thinking here. So for some of you, this can be the end of a contract, right? Something coming to an end, a shift in family ties, or some of you might be moving to a new neighborhood. Because some kind of contract has been finalized. The situation is shifting because it no longer aligns with your belief system. Some of you may be deciding to go back to school. Some of you may be deciding to file for divorce. Some of you may just say, the hell with all of this. I want to travel or move abroad. Whatever's happening here, it's getting help because Venus is going to be in there helping, which is really, really good. Now with Mars and Chiron, right? Mars is the warrior planet and Chiron's all about healing. In the 7th house of partnerships, you're going to feel very hell-bent on healing this area of your life, right? Healing partnerships, healing marriage, business partnerships for some of you, whatever it is. You can be very hell-bent on taking care of that. And because it's squaring Pluto and Mercury in your 4th house of home, which is all about home, safety, stability, security. Whatever happens here, there's going to be 2 truths at once, Libra, 2 truths. You will be entering a phase of healing, but the transformation can be unsettling as you go through it. But you'll know that it's the right thing, but it won't be easy. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be this trine between Uranus in your 8th house and your 4th house, right? So there's going to be shocking surprises. This could have to do with some sort of inheritance, divorce settlement, alimony, case settlement, some sort of investment payout that brings synchronistic luck to your house of home and your sense of feeling grounded and safe. So I love, love, love this for you. But Neptune in the 6th is going to be making you feel either unclear about something. Now, it could be unclear about your thinking, right? Because 6th house is Virgo, which is, it's ruled by Mercury. It's still the mental. So mental, physical, emotional. It's about our health as well. So you might be feeling a little unclear about how you feel about something, how you are literally feeling, or how you feel mentally, how you feel about your day-to-day life, how you feel about moving forward, right? You might just be really confused. You could even be feeling very confused about something to do with your small pets, your animals, right? Because 6th house is animals. How are you feeling about your work environment, right? How you make your money in day to day. And keeping it real, if you're thinking about moving, you might be worried about all of these things. Really not, I would say worried, but being concerned about them. So that's going to be happening for Libras. Now, it's going to be the end of December. Now, that great conjunction, that's going to be happening, really it's happening over the course of the next, it's 2 years. Let me see where that is. Let me just check my notes here real quick for our Libra friends. So you're having the great conjunction Saturn, Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius in your 5th house. A falling in love, romance, love affairs, the act of sex, children. Something could be going on in the life of your children. Something having to do with the idea of having children. Could have nothing to do with children. Could be focused on creativity, having to do with something bringing you into a new business. But 5th house has to do with romance and love affairs. And there's something that's happening here that you're going to be working on in this 5th house that you're going to be working on over the next 2 years, but it's going to really impact the next 20 years of your life. So let's see what all Libras have to look at, no matter what version of relationship you're in. You do have to look at where you might get in your own way, Libra. That's no shade. We all have stuff. Where might you say yes a little too much to things? Where might you say no? Where do you allow people to get away with things? Because I know a lot of Libras are in challenging relationships right now. You know, and it's just very interesting to me as a reader, and this is just my own subjective observation from the many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of readings that I've been doing, is Libras have very much sort of been fuel for the narcissist energy the past few years, and even more than the past few years. And I know you're like, what do you even mean by that? It's like you're a little too open, a little too accepting, normally the water energies are in that space, but Libra, you guys are so fair that many times, that narcissist tendency can feel very challenged by you and want to take the challenge on. Sorry, cross watchers. I'm just telling, not saying that that's your story, but that has been absolutely the case in many, many areas of life. So where have you been allowing people to get away with stuff? Or where have you been manipulating energies, right? I mean, it's just this idea of self-sabotage. Anything that ends up getting in your own way. Let's look at destiny, though. The destiny, what all Libras need to do right now is stay in the here and now and naturally let everything unfold. It's going to be like the kind of thing where your best strategy is sometimes to not do anything at all. I'm surprised we didn't get the chop wood energy. Really focus on the here and now, right now, and focus on right now, where do you maybe get in your own way, put up with stuff that you shouldn't, maybe do things that you shouldn't, that you need to check yourself on, and look at all of that right now, because what you're going to do now is definitely going to impact the trajectory of your life moving forward for the next 20 years, really. 20 years is a long time, so... yeah, so that's for all Libras. Now, why don't we just step right into our Libra singles, okay? Libra single, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the destiny for our Libra single friends? This end of December read. Time to go. Singles, it's time to go. That's a very interesting destiny. So it's time to, listen, if you're making yourself stay single, it's time to leave that. If you feel that you're single, but you're still very caught up in an old energy, it's time to leave it behind. It's time to go. Some of you might be saying, remember I said in the astrology part, because I do feel like a lot of you guys are like, the hell with this. I want to just move somewhere else. Start over somewhere else. This is what you have to look at to heal yourself, right? You have to look at your faith. Do you have faith that things can actually be different than they are right now? It's so important to actually stay in a positive mindset. How's your faith looking? Have you lost it along the road somewhere? Or are you honoring it? Because you need to focus on that right now. Because you do have a lot of synchronistic energies going on. Especially with the fourth house dynamic. High Priestess right now, it's a situation. Being crossed by the Queen of Coins, which is being able to be very resourceful, being able to grow in something, knowing what's necessary to make a relationship work. So your High Priestess energy is all about secrets, mystery, intuition, really being able to trust yourself, but you're being challenged by this idea of resources and being able to grow in something. So, you may be in this energy where you're feeling like, you know what, I think I should just focus on my work right now and just not even worry about anything else. I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to go to my job. I'm going to just put all of this nonsense on a shelf. Anything that I'm feeling, I don't even want to deal with any of it right now. As I just feel like you don't know. We have the Chariot is the best that can be achieved in the circumstances, which is about leaving the toxicity. So I feel like whatever Virgo this is resonating with, I feel like you still have some sort of old energy on your soul that needs to be washed off. And you know that. You do know that. But you're challenged because it's like, in the High Priestess energy, first of all, you're thinking and feeling things that you're not really sharing with anybody. That's first of all. And the fact that it's crossed by the Queen of Pentacles energy, Some of you might be, oh, this is interesting what I'm feeling. I'm feeling some of you guys might be in this space where it's like, you know what, I don't even know like if I even want kids, or if I even want to live with anybody, if I even want to really go down that road. I'm just not sure if I want that to be my thing. That just might not be my story. So some of you can definitely be in that situation. But what I like is any negative energy that's in your life right now having to do with relationships, you're going to be moving away from it, which I really like. Let's look at the reason for the reading. Beautiful is the sun. Beautiful. The sun is about material happiness, joyous outcome. I mean, and this is the foundation. Sun rules the 5th house of Leo, and that 5th house of Leo is all about falling in love and romance, and it is where you are having the great conjunction, which is where your life is just going to be looking exponentially different. So I do feel like there is some sort of new energy coming in here. We have the 2 of Cups in the past. So I do feel like there was some sort of romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage, something in the past. But you honestly feeling like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Let's finish building this out. We have the 6 of Coins energy right now. So some of you, I mean, this is about giving and receiving help, being really generous. So you could just be in this very sort of giving vibe right now. Doesn't have to be with money. It could be mental, physical, emotional connection. All about reciprocity. This is you right now, right? And then we have the external influence affecting you. Gorgeous. King of Cups. Supportive energy. Tolerant. Empathy. Patience. They get it. They know how to communicate. They know how to say, I love you. They know how to say, can I give you a hand with that? They're like, they get it. They understand. But your fear here, you get the hope and fear, is the King of Coins. The King of Coins is very solid, practical, wise. So this is very much what you want, but you're afraid of not getting this, right? Now, this doesn't have to do anything with money. It doesn't have to. Again, it could be mental, physical, emotional connection. So I feel like a lot of you are afraid of giving a lot and then just not getting anything back, because that has been going on, where you give, but you don't get back. Or you don't get back in the way that you need. You might get back in the way that they need, but it ends up falling short to what you actually need. So there's sort of like there sort of needs to be temperance in your life, in your relationships, right? People need to hear what you need. There's got to be this giving and receiving, this reciprocity that I feel like you sort of have lost faith in finding in relationship. Because I think it seems like you've been with quite a few one-way streets, at least from your perspective. So we have the near future as the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a nice energy. It's a good energy. It's a turning point. And it's also one that encourages us to take a gamble and luck. But because it's ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter's all about luck and expansion. So you're taking a chance. We have this 8 of Cups energy. Now the 8 of Cups, what I like about this is the final outcome. The 8 of Cups is a history to it. This is not new. This is not a new energy. So what I like about this is you recognizing, I have to get that person off of my energy and out of my heart, off my soul. They're no good for me. It's with sadness but no regret. I need to withdraw, retreat, move on, and abandon that thing that didn't work, because it's time for me to take a chance and meet somebody new. And you have all of this love to give. What beautiful energy I'm getting from you. But you need to go, yeah. It's time to go from that old energy. That relationship that didn't work out, that marriage that ended, that person who's stringing you along, that's making you feel this level of like, where am I kind of thing. It's like you're single, but you're not emotionally. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm feeling here for this. Let's see what major arcanas we have here. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So let's hit these. Okay, so we have 19, 29, 29, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 3 plus 8 is 11, correct? 3 plus 8 is 11. So that boils down to 2, which is the High Priestess energy. High Priestess is a moon energy. So I feel like you guys are going to be very much in your feels right now. Even though you guys are an air sign, you're going to be very much in your feels. You're going to be trusting your intuition. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right to you. Get those spidey senses tuned up. Put your batteries in. Make sure that if it doesn't feel right, you don't even entertain it. As I feel a new energy coming in, there's no question. But because you're leaving another energy behind, you make sure you don't repeat that same song, right, with the different tune sort of thing. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have for our single friends. Knocking over my sage. We're going to get ashes everywhere. All right. So let's pull for our married and committed. Okay. We can decipher that. So you guys have been together for a long time. Things might not be fabulous, but you're together nonetheless. Guys, a lot of these married ones have been coming up complicated. I don't know what to tell you. I can't control what the cards do, so just listen to whatever you need to listen to. Building blocks. This is destiny. Beautiful. That's fabulous. Building blocks, kind of self-explanatory. Being able to put in the hard work over time. Being patient over time. For those of you who are wishing to really work on something. And we have what needs to be looked at. Pride. Somebody's pride needs to be looked at here. Who's too entrenched? Doesn't mean, certainly does not need to be you, Libra. I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm speaking to you, but generally speaking, the Libra archetype, obviously it depends what else you have in your chart, but that is not something you guys are known for. You're not known for your pride. I don't know where your Leo is. You might be dealing with the Leo. You might have, other Leo energies, but it doesn't matter. What is pride? Pride is really rooted in fear. It really is. Pride is rooted in insecurity, vulnerability. And why do we feel like that? Maybe because it's something that happened in the past. Just something that needs to be looked at. Doesn't have to be a big thing or an end of the world kind of thing. But who in this connection cannot get out of their own way in order to really work on the relationship in an effective way because of their pride? Let's see what's going on here with the situation. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is great, feisty energy, confident, self-assured, feeling very passionate, motivated. Feeling very motivated to move forward. Very excited to move forward. The Queen of Wands is very much alike. Past is done. Toothpaste is out of the tube. We can't go back. Let's just move forward. I'm feeling creative. I'm feeling positive. But let's see what's crossing that. Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles, this could be... this could have to do with money. This could be money news. This could be a new job, a raise. This could have to do with... This could have to do with one of your children as well. The idea of patience is here. So, but what for some of you, okay, I'm just going to say, like, some of you might be feeling like very fiery and feisty to like just want to move and change and do something different, but maybe you can't because you have children. Or maybe you can't because your patience is needed while you grow something, because the page is something that's young. And Pentacle has to do with money. So maybe you just started a new business. Maybe you just started a new job. You want to be there already. It could have something to do with that. And it's somehow impacting your relationship. Pentacles could also mean mental, physical, emotional connection. So for some of you, you're feeling this very feisty energy over a new connection, right? Because this could also be what's complementing you. So for some of you, you might be feeling very feisty, very confident, very sort of turned on, because whenever we have wands is a phallic symbol, so you'll be very turned on by this idea of this new connection that you've met, or that they met, or something like that. So the best to be achieved from the circumstance is the Three of Cups energy, which is nice. This is Mercury and Cancer, having communication about what you guys want, need, and desire to feel safe and secure. There has to be that conversation is really important. This is about support, right? So really, support and building blocks. So we have good support coming out of this, but I feel like the energy is a little scattered here with this situation energy. We have the Knight of Cups as the reason for the reading, the foundation. Because this is about like Prince, Princess Charming coming in with some sort of proposal. Recent past, Queen of Swords. There being some truth served up. Very self-sufficient energy, being totally honest. Oh, Libra, like I just feel like your partner maybe did something where you were just like, are you kidding? I know everything. You're not hiding anything from me. I saw it in your phone. I saw whatever, like some truth coming out. You serving the truth. But the thing is, it's almost like the sense of like, I'm not saying that you weren't upset about it. With the Queen of Swords, like as soon as you walk in the room, they have you figured out as soon as you don't even have to open your mouth. They know. And this is what I get happen in the past. I mean, just look at her. She's like, yeah, I know. Come in, sit down. I got you figured out. Now, the truth could be about some sort of new connection. The truth could be about you having met a new connection. Two things could be true at once. Let's finish building this out. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see some confusion going on here. We have the Five of Cups energy as you right now. You're in this space of feeling like loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, feeling unloved. You feel bad about something. There's something you feel bad about within this commitment. Whether it's that they had a wandering eye, whether they threw you under the bus, having to do with a family situation, a friendship situation, something. There's hurt here. So maybe your pride was hurt, or maybe their pride was hurt, or they're claiming their pride was hurt, right? This idea of pride needs to be looked at here. But look at this now. We have the Sun as the external influence affecting you, which is so, I mean, this is about material happiness, a joyous outcome. This is the external influence is affecting you right now. This is your environment. So whatever ends up happening is going to end up being very, very benefic for you, but yet you're scared. Two things at once. Death and rebirth, two things at once. You want there to be change. You want something to end. You want to move on. You want to rebirth yourself. You want to transform something because you don't like the way it's now. But you're also very scared for the change, for the moving on, for the rebirth, for the transformation, because you're not sure what's on the other side. That's always the scary part of this, is that because you don't know what's on the other side. Now, we have this working with the Four of Wands energy. Now, the Four of Wands is a reunion energy. So I don't know if you guys are in a weird space. This could definitely be you guys finding each other again and trying to figure it out. This is a strong foundation energy, homecoming. So maybe you guys for a minute, maybe you're separated, or maybe you're living together, but you're just really not connecting. This could indicate coming together. For others of you, this can absolutely indicate you meeting up with somebody from your past. So it's going to be something different for each of you, but either way, it ends up inciting this firm foundation. And then we have as the final outcome energy, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is just very much about really your intuition is going to be screaming at you. Secrets, mystery, intuition. Feeling like you have to trust yourself. Get the Lover's energy, Page of Swords. Yeah. So I feel like you guys are very in a challenging space right now, because we have the Lover's energy, which is about needing to make a decision, right? It's partnership, it's deep love, but it's a choice, right? Some choice needs to be made. When you make the choice has to look something like, we know we have problems, but we're going to commit to each other right now that we're both going to work at it equally. And we're going to have the blessing of Archangel Raphael, the luminary of the sun, and we're going to do it. And then we have that working with the world as a clarifier. And the world is about completing a lesson. Something that was really, really difficult coming to an end. There's completion here. So you're making a decision and something being completed. Then we have this working with the Page of Swords. Now the page can indicate a new cycle. But either way, it's about this truth coming out. And the truth of the matter is, you realize that even though you've been through the absolute war with this person, you still have fire in your belly for them. You still want to persist. Even though you're going to be keeping and maintaining your boundaries, you're going to be in a space of protecting yourself, you are still going to want to figure this out. So I see you guys trying to work it out. I see you working it out. But there's going to be some sort of situation. I feel like if it's not a third person, something external to your connection, some sort of family situation, something like that, that has not been playing out in a healthy way. But some sort of manipulation, if it has to do with family, somebody's trying to manipulate somebody in an unhealthy way. But we have this Knight of Cups. I mean, Knight of Cups is like beautiful energy, wanting to propose something. But it's a younger energy. So that's what we have. Oh, let me add up the major arcanas. Let's see what we have here. Got the World. 21, 6, 27, 28, 29, 39, 41, 42, 52, 61. 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7 is the Chariot. I feel like the singles just got... Chariot is moving away. Your closing energy is moving away from the toxicity. Leave the toxicity. Leave the prideful behavior. If you guys want this to work, there's got to be complete transparency. No pride. Focus on what you need to build the relationship. But remember, with the Lover's energy, you can't do it alone. They have to do it with you. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. You know? Can't work that way. No one-way streets, right? Okay, my friends, that is what we have for our married. Now let's go to our complicated, which I feel like the married was complicated. So I don't know. Let's see what we need to look at. We have a complicated. Say what you mean. Yeah, I feel like communication is not so great right now. And the thing is, say what you mean. When we get this energy, it's not... You could be saying many things, but you could be saying things out of pain, out of hurt, out of anger, out of bitterness, where you're throwing a lot of these, like, you know, pop shots, right? Pop shot. Will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do that kind of thing? You know, both of you to each other. But really what you mean to say is, you cannot understand how much you hurt me and how what is going on here makes me feel less than, type of thing. And allowing yourself to be vulnerable to say that rather than going into the ugly space. In other words, be more effective with the communication, you know. I feel like that wants to come out. Let's see what we have. The Fates. This is the Destiny card. So something is very fated here. So you need to say what you mean. And just know that whatever's happening right now in this connection is happening exactly the way it's supposed to be. Situation, 3 of Wands. Sun in Aries. Look into the future. Not wanting to look back. Not wanting to look at the past at all. Not at all. Fresh path, new perspective. Let's go. It's all about teamwork, expansion, moving on. It's crossed by the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is solid, practical, wise. Best to be achieved from this is the King of Wands. King of Wands is, Cancer and Leo really having the conversation about what you really want and need to feel very safe, secure, grounded, and whole. Just feel very passionate, but it's safe at the same time. This requires a certain sense of courage and being bold, being brave. not skirting an issue, really facing something for what it is. But this desire to move forward, it's being crossed by this King of Pentacles. It's like you want to leave, but you can't. You want to just leave the past behind, but you can't. Because you have this idea of responsibility, right? Something, it's like I just want to get in my car and drive and get the hell out of here. I want to just start my life, whatever. I know that sounds very dramatic, but some version of that. But you're saying, no, I have to do this, this, and this. I have to work. I have my business. I have my kids, whatever it is. Something that is your responsibility is keeping you behind. So let's see what the foundation or the reason for the reading is. We have this Ace of Pentacles. So this can absolutely be a new connection. This could have to do with a new job, literally a new job, a raise, promotion, investment, new income, right? That's what Ace of Pentacles is. If it's not Pentacles, though, because this is a relationship read, this could be a new connection that you've made, mental, physical, or emotional. See what the past is the Six of Pentacles, which is about reciprocity, giving and receiving help. So maybe you guys were helping each other out. Maybe you were living together, splitting bills. You guys were with each other for very practical reasons. You guys had each other's back. If it didn't have to do with money, it's like I have your back, you have mine kind of thing. Let's build out the rest of the... see what's going on here. See, now, right now in the situation, we have you as the Queen of Pentacles, which I really like, because this is you being very resourceful. This is about fertility, domesticity, like you understanding what's necessary for the relationship to work. And it's not like, oh, I know better or I know everything. It's like you really know. You've given this some really good thought. Some of you are really kind of focused on your work too and just being responsible. And I just get a very sort of, even if you may not feel very unchaotic, you may feel rather chaotic in your life right now. In all of that, not being sure what's going on with this, you actually have a very clear picture in your mind of what's necessary to make this work. You know where the issues lie. But we have the external influence that's affecting you. Your environment right now is just one of self-defense. And you just feel like you need to protect yourself. And that's not a comfortable energy to be in. And here we have in your hope of fear, we have the Hangman. And the Hangman is about trying to gain wisdom, right? But you're afraid of feeling like you're sacrificing yourself and what it is that you really want out of your life and out of relationship if you stay in this. So you're sort of all about not making any move right now so that you can maybe gain a new perspective. But it's scary to you because the idea of not doing anything is just as scary an idea as not doing it, like doing something and not doing something. They're both equally scary to you right now. You still have fire in your belly for this person or the situation, whatever's going on in this complicated. You've been through so much. Look at him. He's got the bandage on his head. He looks kind of like a little disheveled. Yeah. With boundaries, man. Big boundaries up. Whoop. Keeping and maintaining the boundaries, but still having this feeling of persistence in the near future. But in the final outcome, I see this Four of Swords. And this Four of Swords is, again, this is an absolute pause energy. Retreating. Taking a rest. Trying to renew your energy. Putting yourself in solitude so that you can recover from a situation. So that you can gain perspective. Is this Jupiter and Libra energy? Jupiter expands whatever it's in. And Libra is about partnership and relationship. It's really about getting in touch with, what do you need? What do you need? Get into the point of it all. Really say what you mean. So if you need somebody who communicates better, is more romantic, whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with that. Just say whatever it is that you need. Say whatever it is that you need, because it seems like that this is pretty important. Getting an interesting energy from here. I mean, it is only the end of the month. I feel like a lot of you guys are like, not doing anything right now. Maybe because of the holiday or whatever the case is. But Ay, ay, ay. So we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist. What did I say before? Right? Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is right now. I mean, I guess if I really researched it, I'd be able to find in just the Libra energy right now. But it's like Libra energy has been like fuel for the narcissist. I mean, Cancers always are the poor things. You know, they're always like number one in that way. Not that all of them are, but just their love, water signs in general, like that level of sensitivity. But I think it's just like your balanced nature and just choosing to look the other way. Sometimes you don't like confrontation and you just like the scales to always be balanced, and you're like, because you're air too, you're like cool with just like not dealing with certain things. But at the same time, that could also draw like people who are very, at least tendencies of that narcissist one-sided kind of thing. We have a karmic relationship here, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, loving you. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. The Grim Reaper, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Then we have that followed by twin flames, yin yang, zang, balance, duality, coupling, complementing each other. When we have twin flame though in karmic, there's lessons that needed to be learned here. And this was all very fated. You guys needed to have this experience thus far so that you could learn some probably very painful lessons. Those lessons are never fun. I don't care what anybody says. It does seem like a little bit of like a player irresponsible energy that's going on here though. We have working with the self-absorbed narcissist. We have the Six of Cups energy, which is about reunion. So you guys could be having a reunion. They could be having a reunion with somebody, or you could be having a reunion with somebody from your past. The karmic relationship, we have the mother, the Queen of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. Total honesty being served up. Total honesty. Being very self-sufficient. But being honest about this karmic relationship. Not hiding it anymore. Working with seduction. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands in reverse is about delay, lack of planning, setbacks, not having any foresight, not seeing something all the way through, not really seeing something. What am I saying? This is the Three of Wands. Don't pay attention to me. This is the Three of Pentacles. Hello, the circles. Silly woman. Because it's still, I mean, there is this idea of no support, though. It's kind of sort of similar. There is this idea of delay. There's no support. There's a lack of connection. There's a lack of connection while we're having this seduction, this attraction, flirting, dating, and no connection with you guys. We have the Grim Reaper. Relationship is over because something was not fair. Justice. Justice is all about the lights coming on and the truth coming out and there being some sort of solution that ends up being fair. And here it's the relationship is over, grow and transform your life. Then we have here working with the twin flames. We have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles here is all about protection. Desire for long-term security. Somebody can be very focused on money. But see, this I feel like is the issue. It's like the complication comes in when the idea of moving forward becomes bigger than staying. Like the idea of leaving a relationship if you guys are living together and divvying everything up, or being without that person if you've been with them for a long time. All of that becomes bigger than and scarier than the idea of staying in something that maybe you're not very comfortable in. And that's because I feel like, you know, it's over, but I feel like this trepidation, this fear, and being able to actually pull that final cord and say, okay, no more of this. So we have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is a necessary transition, moving away from something that's toxic. And we have this working with the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about good news coming in. You're getting a phone call, some sort of good news coming in. There being recognition, and this being like a really good thing for you moving forward. Somebody who appreciates you. And we have this working with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands energy is about reunion. It's about like a homecoming sort of celebration. And then we have this working with the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is about withdrawing, retreating, moving on, abandoning a situation that no longer serves you. And it's like with a heavy heart and sadness, but no regret, this moving away from something. So it's like, I feel like there's a swapping out of energies here, dare I say, where there was everything was completely necessary for what you guys have been going through. But Libra, I have to tell you, I see you with somebody else. It's like you're leaving the toxicity, because we got the Four. So this is like a honeymoon energy. This is reunion. This is celebrating friends and family, yada, yada, woohoo. This is fabulous kind of thing. And this is, you know, hearing from somebody and them saying a lot of sweet, nice things about you. There's beautiful celebratory vibe, which is great, great, great. Now we have that in the middle of you leaving something else, transitioning and abandoning something else, moving on. But it's almost like you guys had to go through all of this in order for a particular lesson to be learned. It does seem like. And that's what the cards are giving me here. All right, let me... Okay. All right, so we don't have too many. We have 12. And 8 is 20. So that comes down to a 2, which is the High Priestess, which is the Moon. I feel like you're not even going to be totally honest about what's going on. If you're in a complicated situation, I feel like there's another energy in here, Libra. And I have to tell you, I feel like you're dealing with somebody else. I'm not kidding. That's what I'm feeling. And you're not talking about it. Yeah. See what cosmic energies you need to lean into right now for help. Fifth house is the house. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you need to work on your Venus energy, which is, we have Venus and we have the 5th house of falling in love, romance, creativity, but it's falling in love. And then we have Capricorn. Capricorn's it's ruled by Saturn, but it's all about putting in the hard work. Now, some of you guys might be meeting somebody at work or through work. You also might be meeting somebody who's in a transitional point of their life, meaning like they're in between marriages, they're getting separated, something like that, because that can come up a lot for me with that 10th house energy. We have Mercury, communication. Yeah. To really lean into your ability to communicate. Now, when we get that with the 5th house, so this could be any sort of information, learning, analysis, communication, really communicating is going to be very, very important here. Can I get a final closing energy on what's going on here? I feel like it's almost like this saga that's rolling out. I really can't see the end of it. And I think because we can't see the end of it, just because it's only for 2 weeks. And I feel like this is a thing. Some really good news is coming in that's going to incite almost a frenetic change in your life that's going to make you move on from something. So really good news coming in. So that's what we have for you, my friends. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.